If there's one thing I've learned after 47 years on this planet, it's that if you really want to know about a subject, you have to experience it for yourself. And this holds true for all kinds of things. Want to know what a mule deer tastes like? Well, don't ask your buddy who heard that they're real sagey. Shoot one and eat it. How hard is it to run 100 miles? Start running. This is exactly the reason that I'm finally on a baited black bear hunt in Manitoba. People debate the legitimacy of baited hunts, and I'm often asked what I think of them. How can I even open my mouth if I've never done it?
We're ready to go. 1, 2, 3. There's just so many. It's like unbelievable.
Circle of life here.
Something's gonna happen today.
I was introduced to Craig and Melanie McCarthy by Brent Reeves. A thing I've learned just in the last 2 years is that Brent is as solid as they come. Zero bullshit. So if he vouches for you, I'm in. Craig, Melanie, and their kids, Hayden and Kirsten, own and operate North Mountain Adventures. They specialize in spring black bear and big whitetail bucks in the fall. Great outfitters are great hosts, and it didn't take long to realize that I was going to be well taken care of this week. Why bears?
Probably because I grew up helping my dad with bears, and there's a lot of them.
He was a bear outfitter your entire life?
Yeah, well, when I was like 12, I think, is when they
got
started.
Into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I helped him out, and yeah, I mean, Manitoba is just a great area for bears, especially where we are here along Riding Mountain.
It's a plentiful, typically, in most areas, a plentiful species here. And in Manitoba, there's a lot of big game that's not nearly as accessible. So for example, elk, highly sought after, but you need to be a Manitoba resident for that. Moose, again, highly sought after, but a lot of that is happening in fly-in areas. So it's a whole different concept than being on site. Whitetail, which we do as well, is similar in the sense that it's more accessible, but again, in pockets. It's not, your whitetail population isn't, the same in all your areas, but a lot of the black bear is just more readily accessible.
Okay, big reason I want to do this hunt is because I've never done a baited black bear hunt. I've done a bunch of spot and stalk hunting, but never done a baited black bear hunt. And as soon as I booked the hunt and then started mentioning it to people, half the people I mentioned like a baited black bear hunt, and you can tell like immediately they sort of get like a defensive posture, you know? And honestly, I was probably like that too. And I was like, that's the biggest reason I should go on a black bear hunt, is so that I can speak to it from from experience. And when someone asks me about it, I can say, oh yeah, this is exactly how it goes down. What's up?
The whole concept is we bait the barrel, get the bears coming, and the mature boars are the ones that we're after, because you can't shoot a sow with cubs. And then most guys don't want to shoot a sow, period. So, we kind of show them how to notice which one's a sow and which one's a boar. And then you can pick and try and get yourself an actual nice boar instead of just spot and stalking and shooting the first bear that you see, which is not always very big.
We live in such a dense wooded area in many of the places we're hunting that you could go days and never see a bear. So it brings in, obviously it brings those bears, but it also gives guys like plenty of time to make, number one, an ethical shot, but to know what you're looking at, right? So, I mean, you probably, maybe to some extent understand, it's tough to gauge the size of a bear. Yeah. So we go through that a lot, but typically those big guys aren't coming in until later, and if they do, we may see a bear on a trail cam that is a solid shooter and he's the target bear, and you may not see him the whole time you're here. They're smart, they're extremely smart. Sometimes they're in 10 minutes after you leave. So it's not just you shake the bait barrel and the big guys show up. Sure, you'll get, you often get the little fellas.
Yeah.
If you want to shoot a bear, you're gonna shoot the first little 100-pounder that comes in. Yeah, it could be quick.
Yeah, I think it's probably similar to running any animal with a hound, where people just think that like, you're not doing any work, the dog's doing the work or the bait's doing the work, and you're just showing up and
Yeah.
the animal's there and you get to take it, make an easy shot, you know?
I think a lot of times judgment of a different concept is just from lack of understanding, right?
100%.
You know, I don't understand why people jump out of a perfectly good plane, you know, and go down in a parachute, but it's just my lack of understanding or, you know, perception of it. So number one, kudos to you for trying it, experiencing it, as opposed to just, you know, knocking it, so to speak, which I think a lot of times might happen. And so I think as hunters, it's important that we just, we respect all the different kinds of it, right? I know a guy does hound hunting and doesn't have to be a baited bear hunting guy, but you know, we all love to hunt, and you just respect what each other does.
Yeah, I don't know.
Holy chickens.
Let me know if I can help.
Yeah, I just put a bit of oats and then I'll top it off with some corn. At the start of the season, I usually just use oats.
Just oats.
Just oats and the grease, used grease.
How do you get your hands on enough grease for this?
I got some ins with a few restaurants, and they just hold it all
So
for
like
me.
use fryer oil.
Use fryer oil, yeah. And then I put an ounce or two of Northwoods Bear products in it. So yeah, at the start I use a bunch of oats, and then just the grease, because when they first come out, they're just eating, and it just goes right through them, and then they just keep coming back, and then they never really get full. That's my theory. And I use some, once the hunters get here, I use bread and pastries and all that stuff too, because they like sweets, obviously. But I find, and I used just strictly corn one year, and I found that they were getting too full, and then they weren't coming back right away.
Ah.
Just do one more bag and take that to the bait.
So will you wait to mix the oil in until you get to the bait?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's that stuff?
Northwoods Bear Products Gold Rush.
But it just makes it even sweeter, or what?
Yeah, you can smell it. It's a concentrate.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My kids would like to drink that now.
Yeah.
Wow, it smells like candy.
Yeah, it does, yeah. That's it.
Onward. 2 hours northwest of Winnipeg, and we're still very much in southern Manitoba. This central Canadian province runs 760 miles north to south. The outfit sits just north of Riding Mountain National Park and just west of Lake Manitoba. To the south are the Great Plains, and to the north, the beginnings of the boreal forest. This part of Manitoba is an even mix of forest and agriculture. Aspen and bur oak dominate the woods, and the fields are mostly canola, wheat, and soybeans. This makes for unbelievable bear habitat. Manitoba is estimated to hold 30 to 40,000 black bears. This is the easy one.
Some expired stuff. They eat anything that's soaked in fryer oil.
You think they would eat it less if it was just plain bread?
Well, if it's got green, they're fussy.
Really?
If it's like rotten like that, they won't eat it
No kidding.
unless you soak it. They don't eat fish because they're not raised on it like they are in BC and stuff, right? At the salmon runs, and they just. And in meat, if the meat goes rotten, they don't like it, but something about beaver.
That's it? Just the grease now?
Yeah. This is the stuff you want to be careful with when you're pouring because it stains everything.
Just a little on top to get them.
Yeah, just a smell. Then if you get it on all the other stuff too around, they're always walking on this stuff. And then they get it on their paws and then they walk out and then the other bears smell it and it just brings more bears in.
Ah.
That's it. In the bait, you'll put beaver up, but only use beaver when we putting guys in the stand. Otherwise, you'd run
Just
out
for
of
a
beaver.
little extra special.
Yeah, you'd run out of beaver.
Oh, right.
If they'd eat like.
But the same thing with this, with the extra sweet treat donuts and all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
just kind of an extra
Yeah.
when you have a guy here and you want to make sure they're coming.
Yeah, and then it's something different than they've been eating too, right? So then they're like, you throw the beaver out and some of the pastries out, and then you do it 2 nights in a row, and then next thing you know, they're like, it's the young ones. They're coming in right away, right? But if there's young ones around all the time, the big ones hear the barrel and stuff, and then it hopefully coaxes them enough to come in daylight hours, because lots of those big bears just come at night. And most of the time when you're going to shoot them is going to be like last light.
Huh.
The big ones.
So how many of these sort of sites do you have?
I did 23 this year. So 13 in one area and 10 in the other area.
Yeah, it's funny because like I think people have the idea that it's always nothing but like leftover sugary restaurant treats,
Yeah.
but this is different than I expected. Is this the typical size of the bears around here?
Yes, they're a little bigger. A little bigger.
All right, being that it's my first black bear hunt with a bow, I want to discuss shot placement.
Yeah.
I've discussed it with Clay when he took me on a bear hunt, discussed it with my buddy Corey, he took me on a bear hunt. From what I've heard, this bullseye is a little too far forward.
It is, yeah. The arteries on a bear are all back from his front shoulder. So you kind of want middle of the bear. And then if, like, obviously this is a small, tiny bear, but
Yeah.
on a normal sized bear, middle of the middle, and then 1 fist forward. So like 4 inches forward from the middle, which would make you about probably 4 inches back from his front shoulder.
Okay, so it's not that far back from the front
It's
shoulder.
not that far back. It's a little further back than a deer. Like
Yeah.
a deer, you want to hug,
Yeah.
kind of hug that shoulder. But on a bear, you can
On a bear, it's hard to usually see the actual crease of the shoulder.
Well, and
right?
if he's a big bear and he's real fat, he's probably got that much below that's got nothing, and then he's probably got that much above that's got nothing.
Right.
So you definitely want to be middle of the middle.
And when you say middle of the middle, you're saying like middle top to bottom,
And middle this way, yeah.
middle this way. And that should put you smack dab in the lungs.
Yeah. So the crease of his shoulder there,
Yeah.
if you shot him close to the edge of the wall,
Yeah.
you're golden. Halfway,
Halfway up.
yeah.
All right. Now, how to judge one. What do you tell most guys? They show up in camp. They've never shot a bear.
45-gallon drum standing up. If the bear is above the barrel when he walks in,
If the drum is standing,
standing, and he's above the barrel standing,
his back.
his back, he's a big bear, guaranteed. Most bears will be in between the last rung and the top rung. And you could even have one that's pretty well the height of the barrel, but you'll see he's real skinny, he's all legs. It's usually a young bear. He's got good genetics, but he's probably young. But you'll know when he comes in. They have those, like, they're blocky in the front, the boars.
Yeah, they kind of have
Yeah.
that. They walk with their toes in almost, right?
Yeah, big heads like that with small ears.
Right.
The
And
small
ears
ones,
are kind of almost on the sides of the head,
yeah.
right?
The big ones will have a nice crease in the middle. Like they'll come in and you'll be like, holy man, that thing's got a huge head.
Man, I'm excited. I think there's a chance. I've probably been on, I don't know, counting the hunts with Steve, I've been on close to a dozen black bear hunts. There's a chance I'll see more black bears in the next 2 days than I've seen in all of those hunts together.
Maybe.
I mean, you're saying a lot of guys, it's nothing to see a half dozen bears in a night, right?
Yeah, that happens a lot.
I guess I'm trying to figure out, I've been accused a couple times of not shooting fast enough because I thought I had more time than I did, So So I'm just like wondering, like, do you have time to wait for like the perfect broadside shot, or is it kind of like, oh man, it's a big bear, you got to get an arrow in it fast?
Well, I mean, you don't want to take your complete time, but you could read the bear. Like,
Yeah.
if he starts looking at you and then turning his head and lifting his paw and then coming back, he's not liking it. So if you can get a clear shot, chances you should probably take it. But if he just like rolls in, smells around, and then goes to the barrel and tips it over, he's pretty comfortable.
Looking for a birthday bear. A big black birthday boar.
Janis's birthday cake. We're feeding it to the bears.
Oh, it looked like it once was a good cake. Oh man, you make them work for it, huh?
That ain't work. They'll have that down in minutes.
Now, Big Bear can't climb that, can he?
Oh yeah, a big bear reach that.
If he can reach that, he can also reach you. You kind of ruined my appetite for those donuts and scones and that cake once you put the rotten beaver in there. It was appetizing until then. Now it's only bear food, I guess. Yeah, I wonder if them eating all this stuff affects what their flesh tastes like.
I think if they eat a lot of it, because
If it was an entire year,
Yeah.
yeah. But they only eat it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's why most of the oats, they eat a lot of oats and a lot of corn, and that's what they eat all year around here: oats, corn, wheat.
After the bait,
Yeah,
when the fields are ripe.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they're eating a little more natural.
But then once you have clients start coming in, you start sweetening the pot.
Yeah, start putting a little bit of bread and a little bit of sweets, and then the beaver starts going in. And the beaver's the first thing. It doesn't matter if there's donuts here. They're grabbing the beaver and they're leaving first, guaranteed.
So I need to be prepared for like a big bear that's gonna come in here. He's gonna skip this and go right to that.
He might. Depends what he smells like. The blood's here first,
right?
right? It might take him a bit. The cubs are probably gonna start messing with that if cubs come in or whatever, the smaller bears. But if a great big bear comes in, he'll just stand up and put his teeth on that.
No kidding.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what.
That's a long bear.
Yeah, from toes to his tip, he'll be 8 feet, right? It's probably about 8 feet.
Yeah, 8 feet is how much I can reach, and I could barely reach that, so.
Yeah.
All right. Any other last minute tips before I do my first baited black bear set?
Not much.
Take a nap now, be awake when it's prime time.
I'm guessing that within 10 or 15 minutes of me gone, you're probably gonna see a bear.
Really?
I bet you. Every night that I've been here.
You'd put down $100 at within what period of time?
Yeah, I'd do it.
Really? Within 15 minutes, you'd put $100 down?
Yeah.
Wow. So how close do you think the closest bear is right now to us? 100 yards?
Yeah, maybe. Lots of times they'll come in when we're baiting. So I'm surprised actually that we're standing around this long that we haven't seen one, to be honest with you.
No kidding.
Yeah. They're pretty, the young ones they're curious.
Sure.
All right, I'm out.
it's very contentious. Even for me personally, like when you watch this on television, it looks almost too easy. And I've watched YouTube videos of this and been like, is that really hunting? Is it easier than say a spot and stalk hunt? 100%. But one of the cool things that you get from baited hunt like this is you get to be very particular about the animal you hunt. You don't have to make a judgment call on the size and the sex at 300 yards or 500 yards or even 100 yards. Here you get to do it at 10 yards, 12 yards. And so it's much easier to pick out the mature male. Not shoot a sow with cubs. I don't know, it'll be interesting. I need to put some time in and just get a feel for all of it until I can really even have an opinion about it. At this point, it's all new to me. Okay, so right now there's 5 bears probably within 100 yards. They're still wary of the bait because when they're coming in here, they're not only smelling me, but they're smelling 2 camera guys. But what they've been doing is grabbing the beaver carcasses. There's a carcass in a tree, and then there was a half a carcass or something in the barrel. And they're taking those away from the bait site and then eating them. And the other bears that are coming into the area are going there first. There's 2 or 3 of them surrounding the beaver carcass right across the creek. And all you can hear is this sort of like humming, grunting that they're doing at each other. It's real easy to sit here and sort of feel, I guess, brave or not scared in this situation, but it's mostly because there's 2 people running cameras here with me. If it was just me by myself, it'd be a totally different experience.
First reason to do a baited black bear hunt? To hear the vocalizations. I had no idea all of the crazy sounds they make. It reminds me of a starship traveling through hyperspace.
Max and I are in this tree together, so we got, confidence in numbers. Eli's over there by himself. He's starting to sweat it a little bit. He's a curious one. It's the second time tonight he's climbed up this tree. Now he's gonna go bait Eli a visit. Another way to judge like how big they are. The mature bears, it'll be like an equal length triangle between their ears and their nose. And these younger bears, the ears are closer together and And so that triangle's longer, pointier, coming out to the nose. None of these bears so far have what you call blocky head. Thing looks well fed. And don't think that it's because Craig's been feeding it for the last 2 weeks. These bears here have an amazing amount of agriculture and natural food to eat. Like he said earlier, there's everything a bear could ever want is right here. So they got lots of them and they're healthy. But it's cool to see a sort of the next size up in that sow. Oh, another bear coming from the field.
Anytime a male bear that wasn't her offspring came to the bait site, the sow would make a vocalization that would send her cubs up the nearest tree. Once the sow would either make peace or run off the other bear, the cubs would come down and resume feeding. This is serious business. Mature boars are known to kill cubs, bringing the sow into heat, giving the boar a chance to spread his genes.
I'm about out of light to shoot and to film. Pretty interesting first night. Bunch of bears. Kind of the bears that have been showing up on camera showed up tonight. Pretty much all of them. I mean, the one bear that didn't show up is the big boar. There's one big black boar that's been on camera. So at this point, I'm just gonna start wrapping up my gear. Keep enjoying the show, and I'm sure Craig will be here momentarily to get me out of here. She's a very pretty bear. If that bear looked like a boar, like it didn't have cubs, and just came in solo, would have been very tempting to take a poke. But it's very cool just to sit back and watch her. Eventually, she ran everybody else out of here. She owns the bait now.
Okay, so last night we picked you up at, it was about 10:20, 10:25 maybe. So 11:27 is when the first shooter showed up.
Yeah, he's got the patch on his chest.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
nice. That's a good identifier.
I mean, this is a good bear, and he's a shooter bear. But look at this thing too, at that other bait. He's a tank. So, I mean.
Yeah, listen, I have no opinion on it because this is my second day of hunting
baited bears. So
Yeah.
wherever you say, I'll go in there with extreme confidence.
I mean, there's two giant bears, 3 giant bears probably in that other bait that were there before light. That big chocolate was there at like 10:20, so like just after shooting light. But that doesn't mean he wasn't right around there.
Sure, maybe just didn't walk in front of the camera.
Correct.
For 20 minutes.
But I think it's hard. I don't usually switch a guy on the first day, but it's hard not to when those bears show up like that. I think you should go after them.
I mean, we
honestly.
still have 4 days
Yeah.
of hunting, so.
Yeah. So we'll just put another. We should switch.
When we go get the gear from the stand we were at, we can rebait it, right?
Yeah. We'll fill it up, and the Moultrie will tell us what's there anyway.
Yeah. All right, we'll go hunt the new stand. It'll be nice to hunt some new country.
Yeah.
Now you think just adding just this little bit of this burnt honey is gonna make a difference?
Smell.
I mean, it smells like molasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, last night they took our beaver though, super fast.
Yeah.
So tonight we're gonna try to make it a little bit more entertaining for us and
Yep.
hang it just out of reach, I guess, is the goal, right?
Yeah. Just so that they can't get at it quick, because that's the first thing they want.
Yeah. They'll just be able to smell it.
Yeah.
The circle.
Go right around us.
Yeah, the circle of life here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a dirty job.
Is it through?
Yeah.
We might have just invented something new. I mean, I might get my shot when he's like,
Maybe.
got his arms up, showing me right where to shoot.
Maybe. Luck. Good luck, man. Kill a big one.
We'll see you boys. 4 hours?
Hopefully. Text us when you get one.
Maybe sooner.
Mm-hmm. See?
$8:35 now. Been sitting for 2.5 hours tonight. Nothing so far. Not even so much as a twig snapped in the woods. There's been some red squirrels at the bait, some red-winged blackbirds, chipmunk. No bears though. It's a beautiful evening. My theory as to why there aren't bears here after we loaded this place up with scent is that it is so still, meaning there's no wind, that our scent and the scent of the bait is just rising. And it's not blowing into the bush, as Greg would say. And so the bears don't even know that there's a fresh barrel full of fresh beaver carcass hanging from the tree.
A black-phased sow comes in with 3 cubs, 1 black, 1 cinnamon, and 1 blonde phase. The term phase has always been confusing to me. It works for a snowshoe hare or an ermine, which change from gray and brown in the summer to pure white in the winter, but the color of a black bear never changes. These bears will have the same coats their entire lives, besides seasonal bleaching by the sun. The concentration of melanin, which is driven by genetics, is what causes their color. Color-phased bears originated 8,000 to 9,000 years ago in what is now the southwest United States. Geneticists theorize the color change was for 3 reasons. 1, to blend into a brighter, more arid environment. 2, to stay cooler in the hotter temperatures of the Southwest. And 3, and this one is hard to prove, but to mimic grizzly bears as a way of self-preservation. At this point in time, places in Colorado have 80% color-phased black bears, whereas east of the Mississippi River, 100% of the bears are jet black. The color phase gene is slowly moving north and east. Manitoba is known for its great variety of black bear color phases.
Ever since they got here, they've been on edge. I mean, yes and no. They're sitting there filling their bellies, but they keep lifting their heads up and looking all around, listening, smelling. I'm guessing that's because they think or they know there's some big boars kicking around here. And she probably doesn't want those boars anywhere near her cubs. So I guess it's a good sign that she's acting nervous. I think if she all of a sudden runs out of here, then we'll know somebody's about to show up. There's about 15 minutes left of shooting light. Pretty cool. She got real focused on that beaver all of a sudden. I got 5 bears right here at the bait. Unfortunately, the big boy didn't show up. But it was a cool night of watching bears. A lot of huffing and puffing and bear antics. So, we gotta keep putting our time in, like Craig says. We got 3 days left.
We got quite the show. Just no big one.
Your bear showed up, though?
That's Sal.
I don't even want to show you. It was at the other bait.
No, really? During the daylight?
Yeah.
So it goes.
It's day 3, hump day of the hunt. I'm not stressed about it. I don't know if I should be stressed about it. I'm, again, very inexperienced baited bear hunter. Judging by their success and other people's success hunting baited bears, I think that in 5 days, I'm gonna get an opportunity at a mature boar. So that's where we're at. Just another beautiful day. It's a little smoky. There's some big fires in Manitoba. But very nice temperature. The birds are singing. Can't ask for much more, really. like sitting on a food plot, waiting for a buck to show up. Just gotta put your time in. Bear number 3 for the evening. And this bear, I remember from 2 nights ago, he was kind of, I can't tell if he's half color phase. He wants the beaver. He's mad I'm not giving him his beaver. Feel bad for the guy now. He really deserves to get that beaver. He's working his tail off.
This bear never even looks at the barrel. He goes straight to the not so easy to get beaver carcass and never gives up. He climbs every tree in the vicinity multiple times. He eventually realizes that the yellow rope is attached to the beaver. And after enough manipulation, he gets what he wants. There's something about that beaver meat that a barrel full of used fryer oil-soaked oats and corn, topped with a few outdated pastries, just can't match.
Not how I thought he'd get the beaver down, but yeah, I don't know if that's what he was thinking. Just give it enough drops and then eventually something will give. But that was pretty cool. Get to watch that animal figure that out. There's another bear coming out of the creek. I think it's a big bear. But Mom is kind of agitated, so it could be a boar. New bear, a little bit bigger, but not the one. Lots of bears around. Lots of noises in the woods that you can't see. It's getting dark. It's prime time. The big boar's gonna show up now. Or if the big boar's gonna show up, it's gonna be now. This boar here, I think it's a boar. Oh, he's definitely longer, but kind of lanky. It's a new bear. Didn't see him 2 nights ago. I haven't seen him yet tonight. We just skedaddled, so I can see a bear in the field. Of course, tonight's the first night I didn't bring binoculars. It'd be real nice to have them. But there's one out in the field that looks like it's got some girth to it. It's big, black, which I haven't seen a big black one here that's fat, so could be him. I've got about 10 minutes of shooting light left. Pretty sure I just heard the infamous bear death groan. Never fails. He can be real calm and cool and collected until the target animal shows up, and then the heart rate goes right through the roof. The shot felt real good. Clean pass through. I'm pretty sure. I heard him like, I don't know, just 50 yards on the other side of the creek. Didn't hear him keep going, and then he gave a couple of death groans. I'm pretty sure it's bigger than that sow that's been in here. She's an awesome looking bear. Looked like he had a big melon on him. This place is crawling with bears. What do you say? Yeah, buddy. Yeah. See, that's exciting. What do you think about that?
Looks good, man.
Looks like good blood.
I'd say.
There's some bubbles in there.
Oh yeah. All in here.
It was tough because, it's getting a little bit dark and you're so close to him
Yeah.
that, like, your whole sight picture is just black, bare.
Right.
And so I came off him like 3 different times going, okay, there's his leg. Okay, there's his, bottom of the bear. There's the top of the bear.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the middle.
Yeah.
And there's the middle of the middle.
So he crossed right on this. That's this trail.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's pouring out. He's in trouble. That's bubble blood too. All bubble blood.
Bubble blood is lung blood. Looks like the blood's coming out of both sides of him. And I think right now we got a little bit of wind coming right at us. Like I said, it was coming from the creek going towards us. And I think we can smell him right now. You can just smell like a kind of a musty, wet bear smell. Tell you what, if I had to do this by myself, again, it'd be a way different experience. Probably be waiting for the morning. But I got a big bulldog like Craig in front of me.
He's right there.
Oh yeah, looks like a big shadow.
I was like, man, this smell is really strong.
Big black bear, boys. Well, let's see what Craig says.
Oh, he looks pretty good, boys. Just make sure he's not breathing. That's a dead bear right there.
Yeah, he didn't go very far. Huh?
No, he didn't. Oh, he's a tank. Oh, you got a good one. That a boy.
Wow,
Yeah, he's a tank.
look at that.
He's a beast.
Look at that animal, huh?
That's a mature boar right there. It's the one we're looking for. You got him.
Wow. Just what a difference from all the other bears we've seen,
Yep.
It's just a totally different animal.
Yeah. That's what I meant. When you see a good one, you're gonna know right away. He's got a wicked hide too. Not a rub on him.
Is Wicked good?
Wicked's good.
Look at the paws. Ay, ay, ay.
That's a big bear. Oh yeah. Look at the head on him. That sucker's thick. He's awesome.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Craig.
Yes, sir. He's a good one, man.
Think
Did
we
good.
might have a little fat on him to render, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely. Huh? You think you could get him on your shoulders?
No. No, I won't even.
If Cam could get that on his shoulders, I'd be pretty impressed.
No, I don't know. What do you guess for weight?
I think he's a 400.
What? That's a 400-pound animal?
He might be.
Holy mackerel.
He's gonna be between 350 and 400 for sure.
I can see why guys, when you shoot one like this, why guys would want to taxidermy it.
That's a good representation of a Manitoba bear right there.
Right. And that's kind of what everybody's always after, right? It's just
Yep.
it doesn't have to be the biggest, but just like a nice representation of the animal.
Yeah.
Wait, 1, 2, 3.
All right.
There's a photo. Now I can bear hug him proper. All right. We were just saying, good thing we listened to Mel.
That is a beast.
Stayed in the same spot.
Nice work, man.
I don't know. Jani,
Oh, you need.
just a little more. One more.
Just go here.
Okay, let it go. Let it go.
Yep.
Whoa!
7.
389.
So what was it just now? 422? Is that what you guys saw?
Yep.
So it's called Bosom. And my buddy Ryan Callahan, you guys have probably seen him around. He's the one that recommended it. And I've tested this. I served this to my in-laws over Christmas a couple years ago. And my father-in-law ate like 3 or 4 helpings of it. So it's proven.
Okay.
It's good.
Father-in-law proven.
Super simple. You just brine it with 50-50 salt and sugar overnight. Scrape that off. Slow cook it for like 5 or 6 hours. What did it take us today?
6.
Right at 6. It was probably done at 5 by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And then you make a couple little sauces here. Ginger, scallion, soy sauce deal. And then this is like fermented chili bean paste. And what was the other one called? Just regular chili paste.
Taste, I think, yeah.
Some oil, kimchi. And the whole deal is you basically just shred it because it'll fall apart unless it's like pulled pork. Shred it. Take a piece of bib lettuce. Put a little meat in here, a little bit of rice, whatever sauce you want, and then just kind of roll it up and
Eat her up.
eat it like a little lettuce burrito. Lettuce wrap. All right,
All right.
cheers.
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 It's good.
The ginger is fantastic.
That stuff's so tender,
It is.
you don't even have to chew it.
No.
Now that I've done a baited bear hunt, my initial thought is this: everyone should try it once. The opportunity to observe bears at close range is worth it alone. Their movements, sounds, interactions, problem solving, it all gives you a look into a bear's world that watching one feed on a hillside 400 yards away will never give you. It's also intense. Like I said, I felt real safe, real confident having two videographers with me. Sitting there alone would have felt much spicier. I enjoyed it so much, I'm definitely going to do it again. But next time, I'm ditching the tree stand. I want to be on the ground at eye level with the bears. But I'll probably still keep at least one cameraman behind me.